Hello, today is Tuesday, August 29th, 2023. I'm running some errands, picking up something from my local Buy Nothing group, and then visiting my nephew Cat while his parents are at Burning Man. And what started off my day this morning was a conversation with a peer coach about what success means. I mean, granted, I had a million other things on my mind today and a million things to do. And most of what I ended up doing was cleaning data off of my phone and my Google Photos so that I could actually receive messages. I would someday like to streamline the process of moving my photos from Google Drive to Dropbox. Yes, I know, I could just get an iPhone, but Team Android, Team Windows, whatever. Not ready to make that conversion in my life. So what we ended up talking about this morning was the idea of success. And in my case, what it means to be a successful nurse entrepreneur. Because I am building my business, and that involves coaching and education and mentorship, maybe some like hands-on clinical nursing at some point, depending. I'm not sure. And I also have like a bunch of other ideas for how to diversify my income, or rather how to have some residual income, like online courses, low-cost website templates for new entrepreneurs, etc. And then I also have this future where I would like to be able to quit my day job and never have to go back to a day job again and create my own future, not working in healthcare systems, though maybe from time to time contracting with them, to support their caregivers or their clients or both, through coaching and holistic interventions. So I have all these ideas, and then I have this goal of like quitting my job, because at that point I will have a business, an entrepreneurial business that can sustain myself and my hobbies and my wife and family. And granted, she has her own business. She is also an entrepreneur, as a dog walker and kitty walking client. But so I have a couple of coaching clients. I know that it's way possible for me to succeed, more so now than I did in 2018 when I first became certified, because back then nobody was really talking about nurses as coaches. And now there are tons of nurses working as coaches, and some that are even successful, more than just a handful. I think on TikTok, the hashtag nurse coach has like definitely over 1 million views, if not more. I forget, I took a screen print of it at some point. But there's definitely a lot of views of nurse coaches. So we're out there, we're creating a force both for working in systems and outside of systems, coaching on all different topics. And for me, I'm also scared about, once I have more than a couple of clients, like once I have 3 or 4 clients, paying clients, right? How do I get from that point to the point where I can quit my job? And at some point I need to quit my job to be able to make more space to build my business. And then at that point, there's probably going to be a dip in income, and I'm fully on the entrepreneurial roller coaster. How do I bridge that gap, both financially and gap of belief, when I quit my job and I'm not quite full at replacing my nursing salary yet in the entrepreneurial world. And so like I'm looking way ahead, and in reality, this whole journey has been one step at a time. And it's still one step at a time. An interesting road bump or speed bump, as I'm going over several speed bumps, not running over people or things or animals, I'm going over speed bumps, is an interesting speed bump I encountered today is that I know I can have 2 clients because I've had 2 clients, paying clients, and cognitively, I know I can have more. Like, I think they said 8 to 10 clients is a full practice. But when I started to think about, like, okay, do I believe I can have 3 clients? Like, I had this sinking feeling in my stomach. And it was like, what the heck? Like, why can't I? Like, why don't I believe? Or what, where's that belief that will enable me to bridge the gap? Because if we don't believe in ourselves, it's going to be that much harder to make things work and happen. And I started thinking about, like, okay, well, I'm probably going to, instead of just thinking about, I came to believe over time that I'm a powerful coach, that I'm a good coach. I hear from other people that I'm a good coach. And I believe that. I believe that way more than I did this time last year, believe it or not. And that's one of my morning affirmations. So what I really wanted to think about as a concept was, like, coming into alignment with the belief that I am a successful nurse entrepreneur. And I realized at the beginning of the call, when I looked up the definition of success, that I thought success was the destination. Success was once I achieved financial independence as a coach, entrepreneur, nurse entrepreneur in all its variations. And then I looked up the definition of success, and really, and then some quotes came back to me. Really, a success is a completion of, what was the definition? Completion of, like, an aim or a goal or something like that. And really, it doesn't have to be the big goal. It could be the small goals, right? Like, if I want to get out of bed and brush my teeth, and I get out of bed and brush my teeth, and I didn't do that the day before, and I did it today, that's a success, right? Granted, there's, like, this overall thought that the success I want to have is much bigger and grander, like, get up, do things, like, have a day, be whatever. Anyway, so point being, I added in my head that success was the final destination. And in reality, I am, in comparison to who I am, or who I was in 2018 when I first got certified, I am definitely a successful nurse entrepreneur. I have income from my business outside of a healthcare system. I have a reputation as a coach now. I am way more comfortable talking about myself as a coach. I have helped people with various things in their lives, and I have testimonials that share that reality. So, like, Christina in 2018 Christina is proud of 2023 Christina and 2022 Christina, because I put down coaching for a while, even though I kept renewing my LLC. So I have to be cognizant of that and not just limit my definition of what success is. And I made a list of ways that I am a successful entrepreneur. And when I came home, I asked my wife, all right, how do you see me as a successful entrepreneur? I didn't show her my list. And she came up with, like, other ways, like all the pro bono calls that I've offered to people and helped people with, supported with their goals and their life and their relationships. And I forget what else she said. But it was really cool to reflect on this idea that I am already a successful nurse entrepreneur. I have a vision of what that might look like in the future and further success. But it's just the accumulation of these goals and growing the business and a bit of belief, right? So at the start of the call, I was like, did I believe I could have 3 clients? And I had to lean into that. And then as we, like, focused on the ways in which I felt like I am already a success. Notice I changed my language there from was a success to am a success. My brain kind of did this thing where it's like, okay, you could have 3 clients. And then it, like, switched to 4 clients. I didn't consciously choose, all right, let me think about 4 clients. My brain just kind of went like, okay, 4 clients. Then I felt like I was playing spades for a moment, like 4, maybe 5 clients. And that's how it goes, like one goal at a time, one success at a time. And then at some point in the future, before I know it, it's going to be a whole new world. Like, it already is a whole new world in my entrepreneurial business compared with last year. And that's pretty cool. So when you're considering what success means for yourself, give yourself some grace, give yourself some credit, shine a light on the ways in which you have already succeeded. Because, like, and I know I talked about kindness the other day, and that's the same thing, right? If we give ourselves some kindness, and highlighting and shining a light on our successes is giving ourselves a kindness, it's going to help that grow. Light will grow. Thank you to Kimberlyn for that, my peer coach from this morning, with the idea of light can grow, because it really resonated with what I was talking about the other day, about kindness growing. So I am a successful nurse entrepreneur. I mostly believe that when I say it. Like, it's interesting to feel the different ways of my body, but I'm gonna kindle the excitement, and I'm gonna keep growing my successes and keep sharing my experiences, and share with me some of your successes, no matter how small or big. I want to hear them. Thanks.